avoid, especially in a short round. You want to try to the side so he's not able to break your posture and stop those big punches from raining down.
Both billed as jiu-jitsu athletes, but it was Steven that was firing away with the strikes, and he's now inside the open guard here. Nate Ray. Some blood here flowing.
Oh, and he's trying to lock up the sub.
Short time there to try to get that submission, unable to do so. Now, Ray trying to work back to his feet.
See if he can score a little bit before the bell rings.
Working that Kimura grab. Round one in the books. Ray able to recover.
Okay, भैया.
Steven, what a fight this is shaping up.
भैया हो गए.
Tough enough, 148.
Yeah, and Steven surprisingly has some blood on him.
We're back here in San Diego. Let's take a look at that overhand right that dropped Ray on the button. Was able to get his wits back about him, but pretty serious adversity.
Yeah, he took a lot of punishment down there. It looks like Cameron tried to move his legs across, but Ray was good at regarding and getting back to where he felt safest. He was able to survive the round well.
Well, if it isn't broke, don't try to fix it. We'll see if Cameron Steven comes out as a kickboxer once again, or if decides to change it up. Again, both guys build up jiu-jitsu athletes, but the stand-up, I think, at least in round one, firmly in the corner of Steven.
And we didn't mention it, but Nate was able to land a sneaky little push kick to the nose in the first round. And he went right for it again. Now they're in this clinch with two big knees on the inside.
Hard kick there, the lead leg of Steven by Ray. Trying to come back with these punches here. Steven initiates the clinch, and Ray trying to get him off balance. Now push him up against the fence.
Yeah, this is a much better job this round. He was able to use the clinch to spin around, get him right on a big single leg lift, takedown straight to the rear naked position.
Now we're seeing that jiu-jitsu come into play on the back here of Steven. Steven trying to get some rotation, but Ray glued to his back.
Yeah, cuddle of the hips. He's going to try to flatten him out, stretch him out. He can get that arm under the neck. It looks like he's getting in there. We might see a face choke right now. Those are really popular at the moment, but he's getting a good position underneath his neck and trying to use this last 40 seconds he has to get a finish in the second round.
On trying to get that face crank and going to throw some strikes, maybe back to it. I've heard, Angela, that anything below the nose is considered the neck, and we'll see if Ray's able to wrap it up.
Yeah, that's what they say. That arm is being controlled a little bit on the bottom, though. If he can get that arm free, then he can use it to help with that choke.
Short time here, but really statement made by Nate Ray in the second round.
Big comeback for sure. Stevens is going to keep moving to try to avoid damage, make sure he doesn't give up that neck in the final seconds.
When the squeeze on here, closing moments of the round, trying to re-grip. My, how the tide can turn in a mixed martial arts fight. Safe to say, I think we're even after two.
Yeah, that was a big comeback for Nate Ray. He was able to land, turn on the fence, get the takedown in a big way, and get on top and ride him to the end.
You know, we talk about damage a lot in a fight. It was the overhand right from Steven that knocked down Ray, but Steven's the one who's bleeding right now. He's the one that I think has gone through more hell, if you will.
Yeah, I mean, the knockdown looked great. I think he was able to get his nose in the first round, but, you know, anything can happen in the third round. It's really going to be the one that he decides to win, I feel like.
Yeah,
the tiebreaker.
Both of these gentlemen 2-0. Will and hearts have been tested, and this is going to be a big final round between these two amateurs.
I'm excited.
Third and final round about to get underway. Nate Ray, he's so calm in there. He's playing to his hometown crowd a little bit.
Yeah, he winked at me, gave me a wave. He's chilling on the Kimura at the end of the round that he probably lost.
All right, we are underway in our final frame here. Ray looking for strikes here early.
Whoa, another big overhand.
Steven going back to what he had as his bread and butter in the opening round.
Yeah, Steven's doing a really good job of landing as Ray backed up to the fence. If I were him, I would stay in that range, but he wants to take down right now. He wants to take him down and get on top and ground and pound like he did in the first round.
Good base here underneath Ray, staying upright for the time being.
Yeah, if you could sneak that knee behind the leg, you'd be able to kind of get a little bit of a trip going and lift him up off the cage. Maybe use the fence to bounce him first. Now he's trying to get that trip with his right leg.
You mentioned the bounce from the fence. I think that's an underrated sort of skill to have. A lot of people don't realize that the fence can be used as a weapon. Right now, Ray able to be broken free by the referee, but Ray back into the cliff. Good hard knee there by Ray to the body of Steven. Follows it up with a kick.
Steven has a great poker face, but those knees hurt. Nothing worse than third round knee to your guts. It really takes the sting out or the steam out yourself.
Now back to grappling goes Steven.
Ray is good for that guillotine as soon as he pulls his legs out. So he has to be conscious of where his head is as he finishes that takedown.
Short time here.
Yeah, Ray's using that guillotine grip to keep Steven from committing to the takedown. Now he let it go, and he's trying to hit. And it's going to be interesting to see how the judges score this round, because it was pretty close. Not a lot of damage happened, but I feel like it was 1-1 going into the third.
Absolutely. And you look at that third round, you saw Ray, I think, with the more meaningful strikes, but cage control in the grappling department, while it wasn't necessarily effective, it was controlling the tempo by Steven.
Exactly.
Judging's got to be the hardest job in the world.
Harder than fighting?
No, math is pretty hard.
Math is hard. Math is hard.
Take a look at the Tough Enough Fight recap. These guys went to war early in the first round. We saw Steven get that knockdown, but Ray was far from out of it, very composed and able to get his game going. He nearly wrapped it up in the second round.
Yeah, you got that big takedown in the second round, jumped on the back really smooth. And then these knees in the third, I feel like that was probably the most damage done in the third round, but then there was a lot of cage control by Steven as well. So we're going to see how the judges compute that.
And credit to Ray for being committed with his kicks to the body. Sometimes, you're taking on a guy that has grappling experience. Kicks can become handles, but the takedown wasn't necessarily there for Steven in that third round. I think it's really, like you said, Angela, going to be coming down to that third and final period and how the judges will score.
Yeah, Steven landed